let's begin. So coming to your mat, and just coming to lay down on your mat. So we're going to plant the feet down, roll down the spine, so that you're drawing your belly button down to the mat, really strong in the core here. Just releasing the lower back down, so we're protecting the bottom of the spine. Planting the feet down onto the mat, and then just allow the knees to drop out to the side. Place the soles of the feet together. Take one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart. Just flickering, close your eyes. And allow the breath to slow. Just beginning to feel into the rise and the fall of the chest and the belly. As the breath softens, we begin to let go of our day. Settling down into the mat. Just checking that our eyes are closed, but just lightly, so we're not scrunching up, not furrowing the brow. You can begin to feel into the rise and the fall of the belly and the chest with the hands. Allow the shoulders to drop, noticing if you're holding any tension there. And if you are, that's not a problem. Just send your breath to wherever the tension is. Breathe through it and allow it to release. Let it go. And together we're going to take a deep breath in all the way from the base of the belly. Up into the lungs, filling up the chest, finding that space puffing up. And then opening the mouth, let go of the breath, sigh it out. Deep breath in. Really filling up those lungs, maybe taking an extra little sip of air in. And then opening the mouth, sigh it out, let it go. One more time, deep breath in. Filling up the lungs, extra little sip of air in. Holding it there, opening the mouth, sigh out, let it go. And then closing off the mouth, begin to bring that breath in through the nose. And out through the nose. Breathing in through the nose. Exhaling out the nose. Keeping that breath going in your own time, flickering open your eyes, take your gaze up to the sky. Take your hands either side of the thighs and draw your knees in together. Extend your left leg away and draw your right knee into your chest, clasping your hands around the shin. Just squeezing that right knee in. And then take hold of the outside of the right knee in the right hand and just begin to make some little circles, releasing out into the hips. Your gaze stays up to the sky, no tension in the neck. Just taking some circles, nice and wide, opening up in that right hip. Changing direction. Finding stillness, squeeze that right knee into the chest, breathe in. Exhale, extend the right leg away. Inhale, draw the left knee in, placing the hands onto the shins, squeeze that left thigh into the body. Holding here, breathing in. And as you exhale, take the left knee into the left hand and again begin to make those circular movements. Just opening up into the hip. And then changing direction. Finding stillness, place the hands in the shins, draw the left thigh in, breathing in. Exhale, extend that left leg away. Inhale, draw both knees into the chest, squeeze them in. take your hands to either knee and then begin to make some circles, just opening up the hips and then drawing the knees in together. Again, just releasing out into our hips, beginning to warm up the body. Squeezing the knees into the chest, take a deep breath in. Exhale, extend that left leg away. And then using your right hand on the outside of the right knee, just open up the right knee over to the right hand side and then create a little frog leg. So your knee's at 90 degrees, your right hand is on the inside of the right knee now. Take the left palm so it's facing up towards the sky, just opening in the shoulders, and feel that beautiful stretch into the right leg, into the right hip, into the right glute. Just opening up here, breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in. Let that breath go. One more time, deep breath in. Exhale, carefully draw that right knee into the center, squeeze the right knee into the chest, and then release it out away from you. Inhale, draw the left knee in, squeeze into the chest, and then as you exhale, use the left hand to guide the left knee open to the left hand side. And we're taking the left hand onto the inside of the left knee when it opens. Don't worry, you don't need to come too far. Your knee doesn't need to be reaching down to the ground, it's fine. Just take it to wherever your body feels good. Beginning to open up into the hip, into the thigh, into the glutes. Gaze stays up to the sky, taking that little frog leg. Right palm reaches up towards the sky. Deep breath in. Exhale, use the left hand to guide that left knee into the body. Extend both legs away. And then point and flex your feet. Just releasing out your ankles here. Palms face up to the sky. Maybe you can begin to make some little circles with the ankles. Just making sure you take both directions. Releasing them out. Point both your toes and then raise your right leg up to the sky, keeping the toes pointed. Take your hands behind either the right calf or the the back of the right thigh, and begin to draw the right leg back towards the body. Now just remembering that we're only warming up, so you don't need to come too far. If you can hold on to your calf, perhaps you draw your elbows out to the side, keep the toes pointed. Just working into those hamstrings, breathing in. Exhale out the nose. Breathing in. Exhale, release the right leg away. Inhale, draw the left leg in, same on this side. Either holding onto the calf or the thigh. Holding here, beginning to bend at the elbows perhaps, to draw that left leg back. Steadying that breath. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in. Exhale, extend that left leg away. Bend your knees, plant your feet. Draw yourself up a little bit, take hold of the back of the thighs, and then begin to make some little rocks up and down the spine. Taking a few more. And then just holding steady here, pointing the toes, extending the arms, finding our Navasana, switching on the core, lifting up in the body. Holding here, breathing in. Exhale, release it down, take those knees around behind you and come to join me in our tabletop position. So taking the palms down onto the mat, spread the fingers really nice and wide. So gripping down into the pads of the fingers, bend at the elbows and then extend the arms. Knees come underneath your hips, draw that belly button into the spine, super nice and engaged in that core. Holding here and then just beginning to make some little circles with the bodies. So perhaps we're bending a little bit in the elbows just to help ourselves with these circles. Maybe they're getting slightly larger. And then finding balance, taking the other direction. Finding stillness, draw that belly button into the spine. Drop the belly, open the chest, the heart, take your gaze up to the sky. Inhale. exhale, suck that belly in. Doming in the upper back, spread the shoulder blades apart as you take your chin to chest. Inhale, drop the belly, open the chest, gaze goes up. Exhale, chin draws in, opening wide in the shoulder blades, suck that belly in, doming in the upper body. And then taking a few more cat and cows in your own time, finding that flow, that rhythm of the breath. As you inhale, you open up. And as you exhale, you suck the belly in and you dome the spine as your chin draws to the chest and your gaze comes to your navel. Last one, flowing smoothly, waking up that spine. Exhale, sucking it in. And then returning to all fours. Just for a moment, tuck your toes underneath. Take your hands together and clasp the hands and just release out those wrists. Maybe you want to take them in single little wrists and in your little fists singularly and just make some circles. There's no right or wrong. We're just releasing them out. Especially if you've been at a desk all day, it's really good to just shake it out before we get back to it. Planting those hands back down, release your toes, holding steady here. And then in your own time, extend that right leg away, keep the hips level, draw the belly button into the spine, and we're just going to pulse the right leg up, making sure there's no pain in that lower back. If you're pain in the lower back, just reduce the movement. We're going to take 10, 9, 8, 7. The higher you lift the leg, the more engaged the glute is. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Draw that right knee into the body. Draw the forehead to meet the knee. Exhale, extend it away. And then release it down. Re-find your center of gravity. And then as you inhale, raise that left leg up. Straightening the arms. Make sure the hips are level. Draw that belly button to the spine. Point the left toes. And we begin to pulse. Just lifting that leg up. Feeling the glutes working. For 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, let it go. Inhale, right leg comes up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, lift, lift, lift. And then lower so that the hips are level. Bend that right knee so it comes into the center of the body and then open it up to the side. So you're coming back into that frog leg. Flex the right foot, holding here, breathing in, breathing out, holding here, breathing in. Exhale, draw the right knee into the center and out. In, keeping that right foot flexed. Gaze stays down, really strong in the upper body, so draw the body forward if you're beginning to become lazy. 4, 5, 4, 4, lifting up in that right leg. 3, 2, last one, lift open, exhale, draw there, and then extend it away, pointing in the toes, release it down. Re-establish your knees underneath your hips, and then inhale, raise that left leg back up. We'll take 10, 9, 8, 7, lifting up, draw the belly button to the spine. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift, hold, hover. Release that down so that you have your hips level. And then bend your left knee into the center of the body. Open up out to the side, holding here, breathing in, breathing out. Flex the left foot, breathing in. Exhale, draw into the center. And out, and in. For 10. 9, 8, 7, draw belly button to the spine. 3, 2, 1, hold, extend, release it down. Take your knees as wide as the mat, big toes touch, sit your bum back, bring your forehead down to the mat, and then extend your arms back along the side of the body with palms facing up to the sky. Finding our child's pose. If your forehead doesn't meet the mat, then just place either a pillow or even just your fists underneath your forehead so you find that connection. Holding here, releasing everything out. You can even close off your eyes. We have 3 more long breaths here, so take your time. And just know that you can take child's pose at any point throughout the class. It's your yoga practice. You do what feels good. This is a wonderful pose to slow down the breath, to slow the heart rate, to let it go. You can either have your arms extended away from you, which really stretches into the shoulders, or if you're releasing out the shoulders and the wrists, take the arms along the side of the body. One more deep breath in. And then as you exhale, flicker open your eyes. If they were closed, return back to your tabletop position. From here, we're going to tuck the toes and just hover the knees. Begin to make some little rocks forward and back. Keep your gaze down. Holding here. Keep that rocking going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Find stillness. Make sure your body weight's forward, holding here. And then send your bum and your hips up to the sky, rising high up onto your toes. Make sure your fingers are spread really nice and wide, gripping down onto the mat with the pads of the fingers, raising high up on the heels. Holding here, your very first downward facing dog, bend your knees and draw your belly onto your thighs. And then think about drawing the shoulders away from the ears and finding space in the shoulders. So we want this beautiful flat back, not worrying about the straight legs. Just think about sending your bum to the sky. If you can, bring your belly onto your thighs. Opening up in the shoulders, holding here, breathing in. And then as you exhale, take your gaze in between your hands, extending in the legs, and begin to tiptoe your feet as close to your hands as you can possibly get. And when they get there, allow yourself to just hang, let it go. Release everything out. And then slowly, slowly roll yourself all the way up to standing. And when you get there, take those beautiful, big, juicy rolls back in the shoulders and release the arms along the side of the body. Zip up your legs. Make sure that you're super grounded in the feet, so lift all 10 toes up and then replace them back down, one at a time. Place one hand on your belly, the other hand on your lower back, and tuck that bum in, lengthening up in the body. Imagine there's a beautiful golden string pulling you up to the sky, and then allow the palms to face forward as the arms come along the side of the body. The pinkies really lead the way. So notice how when the pinkies lead the way, the shoulders automatically open. Keep those glutes engaged, super strong in the glutes, super strong in the core, holding here in your Tadasana, breathing in. Exhale out the nose. Inhale, sweep the arms to the sky, your gaze follows. Exhale, folding forward to the hips, head, hands heavy. Inhale to find length, flat back to your fingertips. Draw the shoulders back, find that space. Exhale, plant the hands, bend your knees, step it back with the right foot, step it back with the left, and then just rock your body forward, holding here in your plank. Holding really nice and steady. See if you can just lift that right leg off the mat. Point the toes. Exhale, release. Left leg, release. Right, left, right, left. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Steady in your plank position, holding really strong here. Breathing in. Exhale, drop your knees, release your toes. Elbows come down along the side of the body to bring you down to meet the mat. Inhale, plant your hands either side of the chest and raise your head and chest, keeping your gaze down. Baby cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, bend your knees, tuck your toes, sit your bum back, and then send your bum to the sky. Raising high up on those toes once more. Bend your knees and aim to bring your belly onto the thighs. Opening up in between the shoulder blades, drawing the shoulders away from the ears, finding this beautiful flat back. Fingers are spread nice and wide in the palms. Breathing in and out, keeping that breath soft and smooth. In through the nose and out through the nose. And then if you wish this time, you may begin to extend the legs and draw the heels down a little bit. Maybe they come a few centimeters further, maybe not. Keep that focus on drawing the belly towards the thighs. If it doesn't quite reach, that's not a problem. Just holding here, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in. Exhale Exhale, take your gaze in between your hands, raise high up on your toes and tiptoe those feet all the way in until they reach the hands once more. Inhale to find length. Exhale, let it go, fold it forward. Inhale, rising up to the sky. Take your hands to meet in prayer in the center. If they don't meet, take your arms shoulder width apart. If you're holding here, inhale, wiggle tall, breathe in. Exhale, take the prayer over to the left. Holding here, draw the glutes together, zip up in the legs. Inhale. Exhale all the way through center, over to the right hand side. Draw that belly button into the spine so we're not flaring in our ribs. Breathing in. Exhale through center. Inhale, wiggle tall. Exhale, taking a little back bend, not going too far. Exhale, up to the sky. And then release the arms down. Inhale, sweep them up. Exhale, fold it forward, head hangs heavy. Inhale to find length, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands, step it back with the left, step it back with the right. Holding here in your plank, wave that body weight forward, breathe in. Exhale, either drop your knees and the rest of the body as we did before, or bending at the elbows all the way down until you hover. Holding here in your hover, flip your toes, either taking your baby cobra as before, or opening up in the chest, finding your upward facing dog, really lifting up in the heart, in the chest, really strong in the thighs, draw the glutes together, breathing in. Exhale, roll over those toes, finding your downward facing dog. Inhale, rise up on your toes, right leg goes all the way to the sky. Exhale, draw your right knee through to kiss your knee so you can get as close as possible. And then plant that right foot down so you're coming into your lunge. Inhale, raise your arms up to the sky, lift up in the body. And then take your arms so that they're holding, your hands are holding onto one another elbow. And then just use that connection to begin to draw the shoulders back. Maybe coming into just a slight back bend. If this is too much, drop that back knee down. That's absolutely fine. Try and keep the right knee above the right ankle. Holding here, breathing in. If you're all the way up, if that knee is off the ground, then think about sending the left heel away, breathing in. Exhale, send the arms up to the sky, release them down onto the mat, and sweep that right leg all the way up to the sky. Exhale, draw your right knee to your nose, and send it away. Knee to nose, send it away. Two more, knee to nose, send it away. Last one, knee to nose, send it away. Bend that right knee, open up in the hip. Really nice and juicy. Maybe take your eyes underneath your right armpit. Holding steady and strong here. Breathing in. Exhale, release that right foot down. Either staying here in your downward dog for 3 breaths, taking your child's pose, or take a vinyasa. If you're taking a vinyasa, rolling up onto the toes, bring the body weight forward, holding in your plank, either dropping the knees and taking your baby cobra, or elbows bend along the side of the body, flip the toes, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Everybody meeting in downward dog, breathing in. Breathing out, find space in the shoulders, breathing in. Exhale. Inhale, rise up on your toes, left leg goes to the sky. Inhale, draw your left knee to your nose, kiss the knee, and then plant that left foot down. Drive that energy away in the right heel, lifting up in the body. Really nice and strong. And then take hold of the opposite elbows from before. So it might feel a little odd, that's fine. Draw the elbows away, notice how the shoulders open. Draw your belly button into the spine, breathing in. Exhale, keep it active, really opening up in the shoulders, making sure that your thighs are drawing in together. So super strong in the lower half of the body, breathing in. Exhale, reaching up, release the hands down. Inhale, sweep the left leg up to the sky. Exhale to nose, and away. 4, knee in, exhale away. 4, 3, exhale away. 4, 2, exhale away. And last one, knee to nose, send up to the sky. Release that left foot down. Inhale, right leg comes up to the sky. Exhale, take it all the way through, plant it down. And then pivot so that your left foot is firmly down down on the mat, and then send the left toes up to the sky. Right foot is planted and you're bending into your right knee. I know Instagram reflects what we're doing. This is the right knee, right foot super planted, grounding down, left toes lifting up, body lifts up. Take your hands to your heart center. If this is too much, take your fingertips out in front and just bend into that right knee as much as possible. If you're all the way down here, think about drawing the shoulders back, holding steady, breathing in. As you exhale, everyone open up like a giant star, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, bend into the left knee, right toes left. Breathe in. Exhale, opening up to the front. Opening up to the back. Opening up to the front. Open, down to the back. We've got one more round on both sides. Opening up, releasing it down. Last one, opening up, hold steady. And then pivot so that your feet become pigeon-toed. That means that your big toes point in, your heels are slightly out. Draw your bum in, so notice if it's sticking out. Reach your arms up to the sky, holding steady here. Breathing in. As you exhale, just begin to tip forward all the way until you're parallel with the mat. Spread the fingers nice and wide, holding here. Breathing in. If this becomes too much, take your fingertips down, maybe even bend in the knees. Just think about lifting up in the body. Holding here. Really challenging the core. Breathing in. As you exhale, take your left hand outside the right ankle. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Twisting in the body. Really nice one for the end of the day. Wringing out the day like a wet towel. Breathing in. Exhale through center. Breathe in. Exhale, right hand to the outside of the left ankle. Reach the left arm up to the sky. Deep breath in. Exhale through center. Really reach away with the hands. Imagine you're holding onto a giant beach ball. Holding steady. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pivot around so that you're coming to the front of your mat. You're back in that lunge position, and then inhale, sweep the right leg up to the sky. Exhale, draw your right knee to your nose, and then this time pivot onto your left foot and thread the right leg through, coming into your falling star. Left arm reaches up to the sky. Lift up in that left hip, breathing in. Exhale, replace that left hand down, pivot onto your left toes. Sweep the right leg up. Exhale, release it down. Inhale, left leg goes to the sky. Exhale, left knee to the nose, see if you can kiss the knee. And then thread that left leg through up towards the right wrist this time. And reach the right arm up to the sky, falling star. Breathing in. Exhale, release that right hand down. Sweep the left leg up to the sky. Release it down. And then begin to tiptoe your feet towards the front of the mat. And make sure that your big toes and your heels are touching. Zip up in the legs. Allow the body to fold forward here. Plant the left hand down in the center of the mat and reach the right arm up to the sky. Exhale, right arm reaches down, left arm up to the sky. Release, let it go. Everything hangs heavy. Take a little micro bend in the knees and begin to roll yourself all the way up to standing. Really nice. Make sure that there is space between you and if there's a wall like me in front of you. Just make sure there's about a good meter in front of you. From here, make sure that that bum's tucked in. So maybe placing one hand on the belly, one hand on the lower back. Tuck the bum in, zipping up through the core. And then place your hands on your hips as you root down in the left foot and you draw the right knee up. Holding here, really strong, breathing in. And then as you exhale, we're going to begin to tip the body forward. And when you get to about level, begin to kick the right leg back, level out on your hips, either keeping your hands on your hips, or taking your hands into your prayer at the center, or opening your wings up behind you. Wherever you are, think about lifting up in the leg and lifting up in the chest. Breathing here, warrior 3, breath in. Exhale, bring it all the way through, hovering, take your hands to your prayer. Make sure you're imagining you're kicking away with that right foot so it's super engaged. Inhale, find length. Exhale, tip it forward. Might find this a little easier this time when you know where you're going, lifting up in the chest and the leg. Arms go back like wings if you wish. Inhale. Exhale to move, bringing it back through. We only have one more. Holding steady, breathe in. Exhale, tip it forward. That left leg's beginning to burn. Lifting up in the right leg, lift up in the chest. Extend the wings, breathe in. Exhale, draw it through. Holding steady, breathing in. Exhale, keep that leg hovered. Take your right hand to the outside of the right ankle and see if you can place that right foot inside the left thigh. If it doesn't make it to the left thigh, take it to the left calf or to the left ankle. Make sure you avoid the knee. So wherever you are, bring your hands to your heart center. In your prayer, think about drawing that right knee open. Holding steady, really grounding down in those left foot. And then if you wish, you can extend your branches in your tree pose, your Vriksasana. Holding here, draw the belly button into the spine, breath in. Exhale, take your hands down through your heart center. Release that right knee forward and then down. Release the arms, take some little pedals in the legs. Make sure you still have that good meter space in front of you. No bashing into walls. And then zip up your leg one more. Make sure that right foot is super grounded. Take your hands to your hips. Super grounded, deep breath in, roll the shoulders back and down. Inhale. As you exhale, grounding down into the right foot and the left knee lifts. Imagining we're kicking away with the left foot, so it's super engaged. Breathing in. As we exhale, we begin to tip the body forward. And as we tip the body forward, we begin to extend that left leg, lifting up in the leg, lifting up in the chest, maybe taking our hands to prayer, or extending our wings. Lifting up in the leg, lifting up in the chest, gazes to the top of your mat, breathing in. Exhale, driving it through, keeping that balance. Don't worry if you wobble, it's all part of the practice. Inhale. Exhale, tip it forward, nice and slow. Keep the gaze out in front of you. It will help you balance. Maybe extending your wings, lifting up in the chest, lifting up in the leg. Breathe in. Exhale, last one. Drive it through. Embrace the burn, breathing in. Exhale, tip it forward. Holding here. Keeping that balance, keep the gaze to the top of the mat, lifting up in the left leg. Extend your wings, breathing in. Exhale, drive it up. Holding here, holding steady. Take your left hand outside the left ankle. Take that left foot inside the right thigh, the right calf, or the right ankle. Avoid the right knee. Hands come to your heart center. Draw that left knee open. Holding here or extending your branches up to the sky. Belly button draws in towards the spine. Breathe here. Deep inhale. Long exhale, take your hands down through your heart center. Bring that left knee out in front of you and then release it down. Pedal out in the feet. Really exaggerate, maybe give your arms a little bit of a shake. Whatever feels good for you. You know your body best. And then inhale, sweep it up to the sky. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale to find length. Exhale, plant your hands, step it back with the right, step it back with the left. Hold in your plank and then send your bum up to the sky. Rise high on your toes. Inhale, raise your right leg up. Exhale, draw your right knee into the nose and then take your right knee outside the right wrist and your right foot outside the left wrist as you extend the left leg back. Coming down onto your fingertips and finding your pigeon pose. Now this can be quite an intense pose, so feel welcome to stay exactly here. Lifting up in the body, just think about wiggling that back leg away a little so we can bring the hips down and level. And then if you wish, you may begin to draw the body forward, bringing yourself down, maybe onto your forearms, and then eventually perhaps your forehead comes all the way down. There is absolutely no pressure to come all the way down, so just do what feels good for you, take it easy. If you are all the way down, perhaps you want to close off your eyes and just begin to slow the breath, beginning to slow the inhale and the exhale. You have a little bit of time here, so settle in, allow the stretch to happen. One more deep breath in. Exhale, slowly rise yourself up, plant your hands down, tuck the left toes and lift the left leg as you extend that right leg up to the sky. Release the right leg down, inhale, left leg sweeps up. Exhale, left knee to nose and then take that left knee outside the left wrist, the left foot outside the right wrist. Coming up to your fingertips, wiggle that right leg away. Holding here, holding steady. Breathing in. Exhale, drive that body weight forward. Bring the chest to lead the way. And see if you can come down onto your forearms. And then perhaps you come all the way down. Wherever you are, just breathe. Slow the breath down. Trust in that breath. Maybe even closing off your eyes. One more deep breath in. As you exhale, bringing yourself back up, tuck your right toes, lift the right leg and extend the left up to the sky. Exhale, release that left foot down, cross the legs into the center of the mat and release yourself down to a seated position. From here, plant your feet firmly down, extend your arms away, suck that belly in and sort of curving in the spine here. We want to draw the shoulders forward, suck the belly in and begin to roll yourself down the mat at one steady pace, all the way until you release it down, extending both legs away from you, pointing the toes. Inhale, right leg comes up, just as we did at the start of the class. Take your hands behind the calf and begin to draw in. Perhaps it comes a little further this time. Breathing softly, slowing that breath. Breathing in. Exhale, release that right leg. Inhale, left leg goes up, taking hold of the back of the calf. Draw the elbows away from each other. Opening up in the chest as we draw the left leg back. Pointing the toes. Breath in. Exhale, release that left leg down. Draw both knees in, plant the feet down onto the mat and open the knees out to the side. Again, just as we started in that Supta Baddha Konasana, opening up in the hips, releasing everything out. And maybe just for a moment you can take the palms of the hands inside the thighs and see if that helps you open. And out towards the knees, opening up in the hips. Perhaps you can flutter close the eyes and allow the breath to let go. Getting to return to that natural breathing in and out through the nose. Release the hands, the palms facing up to the sky and either staying here in your Supta Baddha Konasana or extending your legs away and finding your full Shavasana. And as you find your final pose, whatever it may be, just notice how the body's feeling. If there are any last little niggles, send your breath there. Just focus on letting them go. These can be niggles of the body or of the mind. Whatever they are, breathe into them. Use the breath to find the space. Use the breath to find the clarity. And just allowing your whole self to let go, to melt down into the mat. Bringing your attention to your forehead and the muscles in your forehead. Just begin to let them go, release them out. If it's helpful, you can even use your hands just to wiggle them out. Actively release out any stresses or strains. Maybe take 2 fingers and release around the eyes, the cheeks, giving yourself a little facial massage, and then bring 2 fingers down along the jaw, releasing out any tension there. Down the neck into the shoulders, release the arms down along the side of the body. Release the tongue from the top of the mouth. Unclench the jaw, relax the shoulders, the arms. Softening all the way down the arms until you reach the tips of the fingers. Softening the ribs, softening in the chest, the heart. Releasing vertebrae down the spine. Releasing the belly. Releasing the hips and the glutes. Releasing the thighs, the knees, the calves, the ankle, the foot, all the way to the tip of the toes. And then notice what happens if you breathe in, holding a little tension. And then exhale, let everything go and just allow it to release. Let go into the mat. And just taking a few moments here in silence and peace, and I'll bring you back out. Just a moment or so. You may stay in your Shavasana for as long as you wish, or in your own time. Draw your right knee into your chest, your left knee into your chest, rolling to your left hand side, the side that brings relaxation for the rest of your evening. Keeping your eyes lightly closed, rock yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Allow the backs of the hands to rest lightly on the tops of the knees. Touching your thumb and index finger, finding your chin mudra. This symbol of being present, of sealing your practice, taking all of these beautiful sensations with you for the rest of your evening, for the rest of your week. Taking a deep breath in. Open the mouth, sigh out. Flicker open your eyes. Thank you for practicing with me. Thank you for practicing for you. Wishing you a beautiful evening. Taking our hands to our heart center. Namaste.